Welcome to the farm.
Welcome to the farm. I'm Justin. A while ago I released a video on my rock bucket where I cut the cutting edge in, ground the cutting edge in, then we went out and tested it, and I was talking about my brush mower and how it was going to be difficult to maneuver and all that stuff because it never comes up off the ground. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll put a link in the description because this ties directly into that. So anyway, Brad and Deb over at Piney Grove Homestead watched the video and they said, hey, we got the same model, just bigger. They got a 5-foot versus a 4-foot, and ours lifts off the ground, so something's wrong with yours. So we were talking back and forth, sending pictures back and forth, and we came to the conclusion, my arms are assembled wrong. So what happens is when I lift my 3-point up, my bars can go over center and bind, and it never lifts the back tire off the ground. So we're gonna fix that today. So here's the issue. These two top arms that go back to the 3-point are in the wrong spot, and this roller here is in the wrong spot too. Roller is not the proper term, it's just a hunk of steel. But this should be up here and these two arms should be down here, so that way it creates a pivot point that hits and will lift the back of the tractor up. So I had a little issue getting that top bolt out of that arm because it was assembled wrong, and when it over centered it inevitably bound and bent up the top piece here, which now the hole did not line up with the bolt. So we're going to see if we can't fix that a little bit right here. A little bit of brute force. I tried to shoot some footage of taking the hitch apart, but like a dummy, I hit the power button instead of the record button, so I turned the camera off instead of record it. So I don't have footage of that, but basically it was just removing the two bolts. I struggled with the top bolt a little bit because, like I said, the shroud was deformed, so that was a little bit of a pain to get apart. But once I got the bolts apart, the arms just fell down and not much to see. Well, it took a little bit of beating, but I got it pretty good. Good enough where the bolt should go through anyway. So let's get this thing back together. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom arm together first, because I think that's most critical. So I'm going to take the bolt with the washers, stick that through, with leave. This should go on there too. I really had no idea how this is supposed to go together. The mower came pre-assembled from the store and had no directions. It was assembled from the store incorrectly. So I was actually using it like this for about 2 years. I should have looked at the pictures closer that Piney Grove sent over, but I didn't. I figured I can figure it out, I'll just do it on my own. I ended up looking at the pictures, and let me tell you, I should have done that from the start because it was much easier. Alright, so this is going to be kind of a pain, I think. This spacer's got to fit between there, and it doesn't really want to. There we go. Okay. Lower arm. Then there's another sleeve that slides through. Okay, now that I got that sleeve through, that gets bolted together. The washer and a nut. And there we go. And a nut. Alright, so let's test this out, and if I did this correctly, this wheel should come up off the ground, and that'll be exciting. Well, I would say that's a success. I mean, obviously I don't have the 3-point set, it's not level or anything like that, this is just a proof of concept, but it's in the air. That's awesome. So I want to give a huge thank you and shout out to Brad and Deb over at Piney Grove. Appreciate you guys helping me out with this and helping me figure this out. If you haven't already checked them out, go check them out. I'll put a link in the description for them as well. Again, thank you. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. We're constantly fixing stuff around the farm, building things, doing stuff with the tractor, all kinds of cool stuff. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.